Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, doing a video for all of my Walking Dead Road to Survival fans, all my subs out there, and this is best event from The Walking Dead, March 20, 2016. This will contain spoilers. So if you're in the UK and you don't see it till tonight, you've not seen it yet, you have it DVR'd, TiVo'd, whatever the case may be out there. If you don't want to talk about what happened last night, turn the video off. We're going to talk about the video in 3, 2, 1. All right, it's all open season, so a lot of stuff going on. I chose this particular screenshot because it is somewhat neutral. You don't know what's going to go on at this point, but if you did watch the show and you stick around, past the point where I said it's going to be spoilers, then you know something dramatic is really, really about to happen right here. So this was the prelude to my favorite scene. I couldn't show my favorite scene just in case somebody saw the thumbnail, but the arrow through the head, it was just amazing. And from what I've heard, as you guys know, I'm not a big comic buff with Walking Dead or the graphic novel, whatever we refer to it as, but I guess that's the way Abraham actually died. So it looks like Denise took Abraham's death. Pretty amazing stuff in this episode. Very, very centered around 5 characters: Rosita, Daryl, Denise, Eugene, and also Abraham. So the majority of the episode was just about that. I know there was the scene in the beginning with Carol and Daryl kind of talking. We set a little bit of the stage, but this was pretty, you knew something was going to happen, but the 2 major events from this, I thought, was the fact that they had to go to the apothecary, and a lot of kind of dark and moldy type of environment was really, really good. And then simultaneous to that, you've got sort of in the same general area is Eugene and also Abraham, coincidentally enough. So they're both kind of going their separate ways, but they end up in the same place. And what's really bizarre about this is Daryl wants to take the road, and of course, Rosita, she gets past the train track the first time, and then Daryl's like, okay, well, let's take the train track back. And I guess, some bad feelings maybe back in Terminus, or Daryl just didn't want to take the train track. And they take it and have this big scene here where, of course, Dwight's group comes out. Daryl is reunited with his crossbow. Eugene takes a bullet in the side. Luckily, it just grazed him. So Dwight is not only a bad shot with a crossbow, he's also a bad shot with a pistol, because he wasn't aiming for Denise, and he hit Denise in the head, and then he was probably aiming to kill Eugene. He ended up grazing him a little bit. So I'm really anxious to see what you guys thought were your favorite scenes from last night. I know some people already left some spoilers in the comments too. I guess they were just aching to talk about this episode because a lot of stuff going on. And there's also going to be some foreshadowing, I think, coming up in the next episode. It's really starting to unravel. There's only 2 episodes left, and I know there's a lot of thought process out there. Who's going to die at the end, right? Is it going to be Daryl? Is it going to be Abraham? Is it going to be Glenn? But what's weird about this is Daryl just has this revenge look on his face when he buries Denise at the end. It would almost be kind of unfair, I think, for Daryl to die because it looks like he needs to vindicate himself in some way. And I know Daryl wasn't in the comics, so I know he's a wild card. But Abraham died up to this point as well, too, so I guess they're all kind of wild cards. It looks like, the folks over at AMC are definitely throwing us a little bit of a curve. Sometimes they stay along with the comic storyline. Sometimes they get out there and it's a totally different story. Glenn, I guess, is still open season, so it's going to be very, very interesting. I'm anxious to see what your thoughts of the show last night was. I thought it was amazing, even though it left out a lot of characters you didn't really see a lot with Rick or Michonne or some of the main characters out there. But it definitely focused in and helped develop the storyline. So next week, going to be pretty awesome stuff. We'll talk about that at a later time. Let me know in the comments what your best event from last night. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be the arrow through the skull, but very anxious to see what your thoughts are. My name is Killshot. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's talk about The Walking Dead, and I will speak to you all soon. Peace.